We got Merab finishing fights before Jones Aspinall and GTA 6. We're cooked. Well, I guess this makes Merab the Bantamweight GOAT. As much as I don't want to say it, I was wrong. Alright, I was wrong. I thought Sean could emulate JDM's game plan and beat Merab. And out of all the fights to finally get a finish, Merab decided this was the time to get a finish in their rematch against Sean O'Malley of all people. It would have been better for the UFC plot, the storyline, the UFC lore for Merab to finish Umar. But he decided to finish Sean O'Malley. The guy with the most boring fighting style who never gets a finish finished the fighter with the most entertaining fighting style. And yes, I'm coping, guys. I'm coping. Before you start yapping, you can't tell me that you actually enjoy watching Merab fight. You ain't gonna tell me you'd rather watch a Merab fight over a Peter Yan fight, alright? Because then I know you're capping. Look, if you said he's entertaining outside of the octagon, I would agree with you. Merab is hilarious. I love the guy.
Crazy things happen here. Hold on.
But I don't enjoy watching him fight. I'm still traumatized by his Jose Aldo and Peter Yan performance. Let me remind you guys that before Mario Bautista hugged Aldo to a decision, Merab did it first, and everyone hates Mario Bautista for doing that to Aldo. Where's the same energy with Merab? I get it, Merab is more likable, I get that. But some MMA fans are inconsistent with their hate. I don't care if you're a fun person. If your fighting style is boring, I won't be afraid to dish out some criticism. But back to Merab, what can I say? The guy is good. He's now on a 13-fight win streak, the second longest active win streak behind Islam Makhachev. He also has the longest win streak in bantamweight history. They may be 99% decisions, but a win is a win, and he's found the formula for his style. Now, to the fight, it was a weird fight. It was more competitive than the first, yet more dominant. Rounds 1 and 2 were very competitive, and then came round 3. Merab got Sean down early, outworked him, and seemingly got the submission out of nowhere. At first glance, I thought Merab wasn't going to get the choke, and I think Sean thought that as well. But Merab actually committed to the choke and got the finish. Credit to Merab, but I'm still not letting him off the hook for that Aldo performance. He still owes us an absolute war and crazy knockout finish for that performance, because that was disgraceful. Now, if Merab has upped his game to where he's getting consistent finishes, well, then I won't be complaining. And I hope that's the case, because then there is no need for a savior to save the bantamweight division. In this fight, Sean did a much better job of defending takedowns and getting back up, specifically in the first 2 rounds. In the first, Merab took down Sean twice. After the first takedown, Sean was able to get back up pretty fast. Then at the end of the round, he took Sean down again, and Sean got back up right before the end of the round. In the second, Merab had virtually no control time whatsoever. Sean was able to defend the takedowns and keep it standing. Round 2 was one of Sean's best rounds in both fights. And he was also able to land 2 big shots on Merab, but I'll come back to the striking later. Now, as you all know, round 3 was a different story. As soon as Merab got the takedown, he was able to impose his will on O'Malley and outwork him. Whenever Sean got back to his feet, Merab was putting him right back down. Then, in a desperate attempt to get back up, O'Malley gave up his neck to stand back up. He probably did not expect Merab to actually commit to the choke, but he did, to the surprise of us all, and managed to force the tap, making this his second ever submission win and his second ever finish in the UFC. Bro has 2 finishes in 13 wins, bro. 2 finishes in a 13-fight win streak, bro. The bantamweight division is so cooked. So cooked. And I hope this finish is a foreshadowing for things to come. I really hope this is the case. Please be the case. Please, please. Merab, I beg you, bro. Otherwise, we're so cooked. Maybe Pantoja can move up to bring some violence after he beats Kai and expose Merab.
Expose him!
In the striking, Merab actually had more success than Sean. Even though he landed the biggest shots, Merab had more success. Sean was so worried for the takedown, all Merab had to do to pressure O'Malley was to use a knee feint or a simple fake jab. Sean displayed a good jab and teep as usual, but again, they didn't use them enough, especially the jab. He barely used the jab to set up combinations or to feint, and resorted to single shots, which were easy for Merab to deal with. And it was Merab who would throw combinations. After Sean would throw a jab or a single punch to the body, Merab would respond with a combination and push Sean back. He had success, but he would also swing punches badly, overextending himself, and O'Malley wouldn't capitalize on the opening. And he did this constantly. Merab practically fed O'Malley his chin. "Here, Sean, try to knock me out." And Sean, being Sean, would just move away. The difference between this and the Aljo fight is staggering. Also, in the preview, I mentioned that JDM gave us the game plan to beat a guy like Merab. And this moment right here was the spitting image of this moment in the Bilal JDM fight. Of course, Jack, being the Giga Chad that he is, cracked Bilal's chin. And Sean, being a sniper, you would think would dream of an opening like this. I mean, he must have been drooling, right? However, he just moved away and didn't take his shot. Another difference was how Jack and Sean would attack. Jack attacked with punches in bunches and Sean attacked with single punches, which made it easy for Merab to get at him because he knew every time it was going to be a single punch. Look at this scenario right here. Sean finally counters Merab after he overextended, but it was only with a single punch. He was looking for the knockout shot instead of countering with a combination to keep Merab guessing and break his pressure. You know, it's hard to pressure someone if every time you move forward, you get lit up, right? Eating 4 or 5 punches while you try to pressure someone is going to make it harder to keep that pressure. And here, again, it was the same case. Sean defends the takedown, separates, sees the opening, cracks Merab, but he doesn't follow it up. Like right here, after he cracks Merab, you can go low, high, like cracks Merab and moves away. I don't understand. Sean's accuracy was also horrible. And no, I don't think it's because he was worse in this fight or because he trained less striking. It's probably because Merab forced Sean to work and defend takedowns. Constantly having to grapple and defend takedowns is gonna gas out not only yourself, but your arms as well. And with those heavy arms, it made Sean's accuracy and distance management way worse than normal. Look at this example right here. Sean fires a jab and straight up misses. That's not Merab slipping the jab or pulling back. No, O'Malley just missed a punch. Here we have a second example. Sean sees the opening and airballs. And finally, the missed home run. In real time, I thought this was it. I thought Sean was going to sleep Merab with this punch. But this was an even worse airball than the first. At least at the prior one, Merab was moving back. But here, Sean just straight up misses. And after this airball, Merab took him down and submitted him. Credit to Merab, he's a great guy. Might have a boring fighting style, but he is now officially the Bantamweight GOAT. Congrats to Merab and his family. You know, from all my coping, I was able to learn a few things. Sometimes in life, you have to let go of what you can't control and only focus on what you can control. Leave the rest to God. Now that UFC 316 is behind us, it's time to talk about what's next. I've said before that Sean should fight Corey Sandhagen, and the fans wanted to. I know Corey is coming off a win, but it was against Figgy, who lost to Jan just before Corey, who himself lost to Umar before the Figgy fight. I think the UFC should book that fight. It doesn't look like Sean's injured, so book it for the DDP Hamzat card. As for Merab, there's only one fight to make. And no, Dana, it's not the Umar rematch. Forget the petition to strip John Jones. We need a petition to remove Dana White as UFC president. Dana, please, listen to the fans for once and book the Pantoja fight after he beats Kai Kara France. If Pantoja loses, well then yeah, we're cooked. And we're already cooked. So I guess if that happens, you make the Jan fight if he beats Marcus McGee. But their last fight was a boring 50-45 from Merab, and it won't be any different in the rematch. So to conclude, Pantoja is our only hope to expose Merab, or Merab's gonna expose Pantoja. Anyways, That was my reaction to UFC 316. What do you guys make of it? Comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you enjoyed the videos and would like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee with the link in the description. That's it from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.